We just heard that Joe Biden's mandating vaccines for 80 million private sector workers. Larry Elder's running for governor in California. The recall election there is on September 14th. He joins us with his reaction. Larry, I don't care what you think of vaccines. You're for them, you're against them. America got a little less free today, and there's nothing we're going to be able to do to change that.
Well, you're right, and I'm not anti-vaccine. I've been vaccinated. I think vaccines do work. I'm in a high-risk category, but a lot of people have made a very different decision. And you're quite right. Freedom ought to stand for something. This is on a collision course to the United States Supreme Court, and I believe that what Joe Biden just now did will be ruled to be unconstitutional. It'll take a while for it to get there, but I think maybe 5-4, maybe even 6-3, it's going to be determined to be unconstitutional, Jesse.
The problem is people in California, Larry, they love it. They don't care if it's legal. They just want to jam this stuff down people's throats, into their arms. They don't care about whether it's right or wrong. They just go along with whatever the government tells them.
Well, I'm not sure how much longer that's going to last. A whole lot of people are ticked off. That's why 2 million people signed that petition, Jesse. A third of them were the very people, independents and Democrats, who voted for him just 2 years earlier. A whole lot of people are upset about this. My opponent, Gavin Newsom, has mandated that if you're a state worker and you've not been vaccinated, you're going to be tested once a week and you're going to be required to wear a face mask at work. A lot of people are hopping mad about that. Nurses are mad about it. Cops are mad about it. Firefighters are mad about it. There's going to be a lawsuit, and as I said, this is going to be on a collision course up to the United States Supreme Court, and ultimately the people who want freedom are going to be vindicated.
And that governor there has failed to manage that state, whether it's the water, whether it's the energy, whether it's the forests, whether it's the pandemic. He has failed to manage that state, and that's really what this entire election is about, or should be about. But Larry, they don't want it to be about that. They want it to be about personal attacks. You were attacked broad daylight yesterday in LA. Here's that clip. Watch.
Impact from behind. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So you see the white lady in the gorilla mask throwing eggs. What exactly happened there, Larry?
Well, she might be one of the 20,000 people that were released early from our prisons, felons, many of whom were violent offenders under this governor. I don't know. We have two soft on crime DAs. I consider this to be one of the many intersections in California, the intersection between lawlessness and homelessness. I was at a homeless encampment in Venice, and a lot of people are angry. Homeowners are angry. Families are angry. Children have to go and pass these people to and from school. And the homeless population is in danger. And it's also a health hazard, and nothing's being done about it. That's one of the many failures of this governor. So it was a very angry, ugly scene. You know, if I were a Democrat, obviously, this would be called systemic racism. They'd be calling it a hate crime. I don't like to play that game. I do know this. There was a big article about me, a negative, in the New York Times. It never once mentioned that I'm black, never once mentioned that I would be the first black governor of California. I never made a big deal out about that. I don't want people to vote for me or against me because I'm black. But on the very same page of the New York Times, there was a big article about the, quote, first female governor of New York, close quote. Even though she didn't get elected, she was basically appointed because the other governor resigned. So they cared about the first when it was a female Democrat, but couldn't give a rip about the first when it was a black Republican.
I'll say it looks like a hate crime to me. Gorilla mask, first potential black governor of the largest state in the country. We reached out to Newsom's office, to Maxine Waters' office, to Kamala Harris, asking them to condemn. No response. How's that make you feel?
Crickets.
Yeah.
Crickets. And when Gavin Newsom's children were criticized because Gavin Newsom mandated that you wear face masks outdoors and his kids were at summer camp not wearing face masks, we put out a statement saying leave Gavin Newsom's children out of this. But the governor has not put out a statement about this white woman, apparently a white woman wearing a gorilla mask, threw an egg at me. I don't expect that because, look, all these people have come in. Joe Biden has made a statement. Bernie Sanders has made a statement. Barack Obama's cut a commercial. And nobody Nobody has uttered the following words, Jesse: Gavin Newsom has done a good job for the people of California. You won't hear that because he hasn't. Not on crime, not on homelessness, not on the decline in the quality of public education. A former state senator, leader of the state senate at the time, her name is Gloria Romero. She's still a Democrat, has crossed party lines, and has endorsed my candidacy largely because of school choice, a cause that I'm going to champion. So this is across the board. It's not just Democrats, not just independents. People are fed up, which is why people are leaving California for the first time in our state's 170-year history.
Another thing you won't hear about is this story in the mainstream media. Can't find it on CNN. Washington Post won't cover it. Just imagine if it had been the other way. Stacey Abrams, Maxine, something like that. Forget about it. But this is how they rig elections, Larry. You get the big media colludes with the big donors to suppress negative stories that come out of their precincts, and then they hurl negative smears at you. And that's how they rig elections, and that takes away the power of the people to vote freely and fairly. You just mentioned Obama releasing this video message about you. Let's listen to that.
Hello, Californians. You've got a big choice to make by September 14th. Governor Newsom has spent the past year and a half protecting California communities. Now Republicans are trying to recall him from office and overturn common sense COVID safety measures for healthcare workers and school staff. Your vote could be the difference between protecting our kids and putting them at risk.
Bringing in the big guns, Larry. Barack, Joe Biden, Kamala, Netflix CEO Reed Hastings throwing his wallet around. Man, they're all in, because if you win, that just shows the liberal mechanism that they have supermajority failed in that state.
Well, that's right. And Obama called this the Republicans. 63% of Hispanics voted for Gavin Newsom 2 years earlier. Now the polls show a majority of Hispanics want him out. I just now mentioned former Democrat Senate leader Gloria Romero has crossed party lines to support me. A majority of independents now want him gone, and they voted for Gavin Newsom 2 years ago. So it's a nice try. Notice Obama did not say Governor Gavin Newsom has done a good job for the people of California.
Exactly.
Because you can't defend this man's record. It is indefensible.
Exactly right. All right, fresh off the birthday party in the Vineyard, Barack Obama weighing in on Larry. Larry, good luck out there. Thank you.
And don't forget, go to electelder.com, throw a little something in the tip jar, make this a fair fight. My opponent has raised $75 million already. We're going to be outspent. So let's make it a bit of a fair fight. Go to electelder.com.
September 14th. That is the day. Thank you.
You got it.
Stand